Hello, dear viewers. My name is Fardeen Noori, and I'm immigration consultant in Germany. Today, I would like to explain for you about the 10 ways of finding a job and applying for it in Germany. In fact, you can look for a job and apply for it in Germany in different ways. In this video, I'll explain for you about the 10 ways of them with their details. The first way is via job searching websites or job searching portals. The second way is via Googling your field of work and your city of work. The third way is via initiative job application. The fourth way is via referring in person to an employer or to their website. The fifth way is via writing or uploading your personal profile in some internet platforms. The sixth way is via attending a job fair. The seventh way is via German Employment Agency or Jobcenter. The eighth way is via some job seeking or recruitment companies or agencies. The ninth way is via relatives, former colleagues, or friends. And the 10th way is via social media channels. It is worth mentioning that there are other ways of finding a work and applying for it as well. For example, via some special newspapers, magazines, or some billboards, or some job announcements in some specific parts of the city, and so on. However, I have not explained them in this video because the chances to find a job via these ways is very less. If you know some other types of looking for a job and applying for it, you can share them with us and write them below this video. Now I would like to explain for you about the first way of finding a work and applying for it in Germany, which is via job searching websites or job searching portals, which in German it means Jobportale or Jobbörse. These websites or portals may have job announcements for all over Germany or for a particular state or city of Germany. For example, a job portal which announces jobs for all over Germany is www.indeed.com. A job portal which announces jobs at the state level in Germany is, for example, Bayerische Jobtitan. And a job portal which announces jobs at the city level is, for example, münchenjobs.de. Here you can see the 10 best and the most famous job portals in Germany which announce jobs all over Germany. You can find a job for yourself in these portals very easily. I'll put the link of these job portals below this video in the description part of it for you. So, if you're interested to find a job for yourself through one of these links, you can use the links below this video. It is worth mentioning that in addition to these job portals, there are many other job portals, some of which are also very good. Some of them are even for a specific field of work, for example, for engineers or for doctors and so on, where you can easily find a work for yourself in the field of your study or a field you're very interested or experienced in. As you can see, these job portals are Indeed, Stepstone, Job World, Job Fair, Monster, Kaleido, Jobs, Stellenanzeigen, Job Vector, Horizont Jobs. In these internet portals, you can find a job for yourself in your favorite city by writing the name of the job you're looking for and the name of the city you're looking a job in. Or in most of these internet portals, there is the possibility to register yourself with your email address, name of the job you're looking for, and the name of the city where you're looking for a job in. And maybe with some more information. And then these portals will send you automatically its job announcements in your email address based on the conditions you have added in these portals while registering. After finding the job in one of these portals, you can read in its job description about job responsibilities, job skills and qualifications, and about the fact that how you can apply for it, and if you're interested in it, then apply for it. It is worth mentioning that in my upcoming videos, I'll explain for you how to make a CV or Lebenslauf and how to write job application or an Anschreiben in German language. The second way of finding a work and applying for it is via Googling your field of work and your city of work. You can search in Google the job you're looking for and the city where you want to work in. In fact, in Google you can find lots of job announcements in the field of work you're interested in and in the city where you want to work. After that, you can read these job announcements and apply for one or for more than one of them. The third way of finding a work and applying for it is via Initiative Job Application, which in German it means Initiativbewerbung. You can send this type of an application in a written form by post or by email to an employer, or you can submit it to them in person. This type of an application is sent or submitted to an employer even though the applicant does not know whether the employer has a vacant position for him or her in its company or organization or not. In such cases, the employer might already have a vacant position for him or her, or make a position for him or her in his company, or keep his or her application for a probable open position in the future. It is worth mentioning that I will explain this type of an application in my upcoming videos in this YouTube channel. The fourth way of finding a work and applying for it is via referring in person to an employer or to their website. You can refer to an employer such as to a company, a hotel, a restaurant, or to a shop and so on in person and ask them if they need a new employee. It is worth mentioning that sometimes some companies, hotels, restaurants, or shops hang their announcements in front of their entrance door or on their front glass or on their wall outside. If they need for a new employee, they usually also write about the job responsibilities, job requirements, and the way how to apply for it. Or some employers announce their vacancies on their websites. So you can refer to their website and read about their vacancies, and if you are interested in one or more of their vacancies, you can apply for them. The fifth way of finding a work and applying for it is via writing or uploading your personal and job profile in some internet platforms. Although this way of finding a work is a little bit difficult and time consuming, but still I'm going to explain it for you shortly. Maybe some of you have heard or read about the job seeking networks such as LinkedIn and Sync. In these two job seeking networks, you can write your personal and job profile and also write about the fact that what you're currently looking for. Then some employers will contact you based on your qualifications and your job experience, and after that they may hire you in their company or in their organization. It is worth mentioning that there are also some other such networks and websites where you can put your profile, but these two I just mentioned for you about are the most famous and most effective in Germany. The sixth way of finding a work and applying for it is via attending a job fair, which in German it is called Jobmesse. The job fairs are usually organized by Jobcenter. German Employment Agency or Agentur für Arbeit, or some governmental or non-governmental organizations, or some state or non-state companies. In such job fairs, different employers and their representatives take part and explain about their work in their companies or organizations and give information about their vacancies. So, in such job fairs, you can directly get in touch with the employers or their representatives, and if you find your favorite job, you can apply for it. The Jobcenter, German Employment Agency, and some companies usually inform the people about such job fairs or invite them in such job fairs, or they hang their announcements for such job fairs in different parts of the city, or you can also search for them in internet. The seventh way of finding a work and applying for it is via German Employment Agency or Jobcenter. When you are registered in Jobcenter or in German Employment Agency or Agentur für Arbeit and you're not doing any courses or you do not have any job, the relevant employee of one of these authorities who is responsible for your integration in German job market will send you some job announcements. Based on these job announcements, you can then contact the employers or apply for these jobs and you may then get the job. It is worth mentioning that the German Employment Agency or Agentur für Arbeit also has a job seeking website where you can register yourself or you can look for a job for yourself. The name of this website is Jobsuche der Agentur für Arbeit. The eighth way of finding a work and applying for it is via some job seeking or recruitment companies or agencies. There are some companies or agencies in Germany which are financed by the German government and they help people find work in a particular field, or some of them also help people find work in any field they want to work in, and their services are free of charge for job seeker. On the other hand, there are some private companies and agencies which find jobs for the job seekers and they take money from them, or they get a particular percentage of their monthly salary after finding a job for them. Therefore, when a company or agency helps you find a work, you should ask them beforehand if their services are free of charge or you have to pay to them. The two examples of such companies or agencies are Adecco and Social B, both of which are free of charge for the job seekers. The ninth way of finding a work and applying for it is via relatives, former colleagues, or friends. I think this does not need further explanations. However, via this way, you can get the job very easily because of the person you know in the company or organization, and etc. Because the employer can better trust you based on your contact person. The 10th way of finding a work and applying for it is via social media channels. In some social media channels, such as in Facebook, there are some job announcements by some pages of the companies, organizations, hotels, and so on, or there are some groups which one can join and the members of these groups make some job announcements. So this way one can also find a job for him or herself. It's worth mentioning that recently one can also find some job announcements in some other social media channels. Thanks a lot for watching my video. If you would like to get similar important information about the immigration laws in Germany, your rights and duties in German society, the living conditions in Germany, and other such important topics, please subscribe and follow our channel. If you have any questions or remarks about today's topic, you can write it under this video and I will be more than happy to answer it for you.